Alright. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's doing amazing because I know I am. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer, and I'm learning to draw every day just to prove to people that it's not that hard. Or should I say, I'm learning to paint. Freaking, what is it called? Vsauce music. Alright, we are going to look for the video portrait and portrait. Son of a gun. Portrait. Okay, so the next video is probably painting process, basics of head proportions and structure. This is really important. So yep, painting process, basic of the head proportion and structure. Is that right? Yes, sir. Alright, so we're gonna start this video. Oh my god, this is 23 minutes. Oh man. Okay. What do we do in this situation? I'm gonna take 15 minutes out of this and that's it. Yeah. So let's do that. 15 minutes. Let's go.
In this class, we'll break down basic head proportions and practice drawing faces from different angles. When drawing faces, we can of course look at all the features and details and simply try to copy them. But this can cause you to be too reliant on reference and it does not leave much space for artistic freedom. Although this method might work better for some artists, it's not something I'm going to teach. Instead, I want to show you how to see structure behind faces so you can use it as an instrument in your artwork. The method I'm going to show you today is called the Loomis method and it's based on his book called Drawing Heads and Hands. Andrew Loomis is an American illustrator and art teacher. To summarize his approach, the best way to understand the structure of the head is to simplify the form to the most basic shapes. That will help us visualize the head as a 3D object in space. If we ignore all the features of the head, the only things we will be left with would be a sphere for the cranium and a box shape for the jaw and cheekbones. Let's first take a look at the sphere. Of course, the head isn't perfectly round. In fact, it is flat on the sides. We can slice pieces from both sides to make a more accurate form. When looking from a profile, this plane will be a perfect circle, but if we rotate the head, then because of the perspective, this plane will appear oval. Divide this plane into quadrants. This horizontal line helps us find a brow ridge line. The top point of the plane indicates the beginning of the hairline, and the bottom point indicates the bottom of the nose. The distance from the hairline to the brows, from the brows to the bottom of the nose, and from the nose to the chin is usually the same. This is called the rule of thirds. You can take this lens and drop it down to find where the chin is. The vertical line determines the beginning of the jaw. Attach a box shape to the sphere and now we have a 3D representation of a simplified head. There is a front plane and a side plane. Let's practice this method together and draw a front view of a head first. Start with a sphere for the cranium. That can be a bit tricky to draw, but you don't need a perfect sphere. Just try to get the height and the width to be approximately the same. Now we need to chop off the side planes. The length of these planes should be about 2/3 of the cranium. The reason why we see them from the front angle is because the face is narrower than the back of the head. If the person is looking straight ahead, then the brow ridge would be right in the center. Half of that side plane is a third of the face. So we can take that distance and measure it up to find the hairline. Measure it down to find the nose line. Take that same distance and drop it down to find the chin. Then attach the jaw to the cranium. The jaw is usually thinner down to the bottom. Establish the width of the chin and complete the jaw. Then you can add the center line. The only time where this line would actually be in the center is when we draw the front view. From other sides, usually it will be further towards the direction the person is looking. Add lines that will indicate the edge between the front and the side plane. Now we can add ears that from this angle will be aligned with the middle third. The mouth is a bit higher than the center of the bottom third. Now we can attach the neck and our front view. The mouth is a bit higher than the center of the bottom third.
A bit what? The mouth is a bit what?
Now we can attach the neck and our front view would be complete. At this point, you can draw only the placement for the face features and not get much into details. Now let's draw a head from a side view. Once again, starting with a sphere for the cranium and chopping off the side planes. From this view, because we are looking directly at it, this plane appears like a perfect circle. Now let's draw a horizontal line right in the middle. This line indicates the angle of the head. Follow it with a perpendicular vertical line that we'll use later to find the jaw. Next, drop down the line indicating the frontal plane. Then, using the rule of thirds, find the hairline, the brow line, the nose line, and the chin. Now we can attach the jaw. Now the bottom of the cranial mass isn't a perfectly circle, as it ends a bit higher, so I want to make the correction as well. Don't forget to add ears that should fit in the middle third. Next, add an indication of the nose using simple triangular shape. Add lines that will indicate the edge between the front and the side plane. Now let's apply this method on drawing from 3/4 angle. This is where it gets trickier, but we also get the most use out of the Loomis method when drawing more complex angles. Step 1. Establishing the angle. Now, the angle of the head is established at the very beginning of the drawing with the sphere. Draw a sphere for the cranium and top of the sides. Now we want to establish the angle. From 3/4 angle, this plane will be an oval and look something like this. The angle of the horizontal line indicates whether the person is looking up or down. Follow it with a vertical line, which is always perpendicular to the horizontal line. Step 2. Finding the thirds of the face. Once the angle is established, time to find the thirds of the face and the center line. Use the rule of thirds to find the hairline, the brow line, the nose line, and the chin. Keep in mind that the brow line, the nose line, and the mouth line indication should follow the same direction. Otherwise, it can cause the perspective of the face to feel inverted. Step 3. Attach the jawline and then draw a line dividing front and side planes. The general shape of the jaw usually starts from the brow and ends at the side plane of the head. Usually, it's about halfway into the oval. These shapes represent the foundation of the head. They are especially useful when drawing head from different angles. Step 4. Add the placement of facial features. It's easier to put in all the features when the foundation is established. I'll go more in details about features, as each of them deserves a separate lesson. Now let's try to do the same, but with our head looking down. Draw a sphere for the cranium and top of the sides. From this point of view, our brow line would be below the center. To draw the thirds correctly, let's first explore what foreshortening is. Foreshortening is an effect in perspective that occurs when the object is seen from a particular viewpoint. Basically, the sides of an object that is closer to us are going to appear bigger. The further the side, the smaller it appears. This is what's going to happen to our thirds. The top third would be about the same size, and the other two are going to become progressively shorter. Attach the jawline and then draw a line dividing front and side planes. Now we can put the ears in the bottom half of the oval. As you can see, they really help to indicate the angle of the head. Let's now rotate this head to a 3/4 angle.
Okay, I think we can stop here with the tutorial. I'm gonna hop in and draw something. Thankfully, I started streaming before 11:30. Let's pick this. Yeah, we can do it with this one. No matter. Okay. And this one's almost here. So it's kind of like this. And it's here. And this one is here. Actually, this line is tilted. This is almost the same. We have a tilt over here that we need to account for, and we have a forehead that goes in here, right? And then from here we connect this to this, and this to this. Okay, the way she's done it, this is for the mouth. The nose is the thirds. Oh snap. So this is where the mouth should be. This is so 2/3. This is 1/3. This is the other, but the other should be kind of like this. But then we have this whole area. Okay, that makes sense, I think. No, never mind. Don't. So I said from here to here, and then we have a half, and then we have the thirds, right? This is where the nose end should be? No, right? Yes, that's the nose end, and this is the mouth end. Also, the mouth is here. Alright. Okay, that makes more sense. So now we're doing this. Yo, what's up, Rithi? Rithi, is that? Am I saying it correctly? What are you studying today, bro? I'm trying to do some head proportions, and trying to paint those in because I feel like painting is becoming kind of fun to me. So I want to go into that, explore a little more. I've been doing faces for quite a while now, and I've been doing them kind of like a little bit off. They're not bad at all, but they're maybe sometimes I'd get something that's just like out of proportions, and I want to nail that down, you know what I mean? So this is what I'm trying to do. Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong or something, and let me know how to pronounce it because I really suck at saying names. Of course, we need the balls, we need the eyeballs. I'm only using one brush with this. Just kind of like, yeah, that works, but I guess it would work better if I was using more brushes. What else? It's okay, bro, but if you want to pronounce it correctly, it's more Ritti. Ritti? Or just Seth? Yeah, Seth sounds way easier. Seth is way easier. I'm turning her like black, like too much, aren't I? Dude, I gotta merge the layers together. Honestly, this is not looking bad. Portraits have arrived. They have arrived. And so far, like, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point, but this does not look bad. Like, I'm not mad about it, you know. It doesn't look absolutely dog whistle. You know, it gets patchy here and there, but overall, I think we're cooking. Not gonna lie, boys, I think I don't know, but I think we're cooking. This is definitely not a brush to paint with, but it's nice. It's a nice brush. No. Do you guys watch Sam Does Art? I watch some of his videos sometimes. I like the videos where he goes like he does those you know, TikTok drawing tips and stuff. That's nice. Same, currently trying one right now as well, but no reference. Oh, nice, nice. All right, bro's cooking. I think my younger brother does. I do too, or used to do at least. Nice. He's got a lot of great advice. I'm thinking about joining his Patreon soon. Honestly, go for it. I think you're gonna get a lot of value from his Patreon. I feel like he's got a nice community. He's not like a cringe artist, and I feel like his advice is genuine and you know, good to follow. Obviously, Photoshop crashes on me, so that's nice. The only Patreon I want to join is organic chemistry tutor. Organic chemistry? What? That doesn't sound very drawing related. Come on, bruh. This neck is too long. God damn. I like the nose. Out of all of this, I like the nose and I like the mouth. Everything else is kind of like meh. Anyways, obviously I'm not gonna render threads. But yeah, I think it's okay. Like for a first try trying to paint. That's not bad. But yeah, I think we can stop here. Do a little bit of this, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of this. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I think we're gonna end it here. The homie in drawing kind of looks high. Huh? The homie? I think that's a girl. Also, they do kind of look high, yeah. But yeah, the resemblance is not, it's not it. I don't even know if it's a guy or a girl. I think it's a girl. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate every single one of you. And yeah, peace out.